Hi, guys. It is day 15. Day 15. We are doing this day 15. Oh, hope you're doing well so far. Hope you're doing well so far. Um, what? I got so much I want to talk to y'all about. So, first, let's do our affirmation. Psalms 118:17. Psalm 118:17. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. Amen. Amen. So that's our declaration. We're going to live. We're going to live. We're going to live through this. We're going to live through this. Keep telling yourself, we are going to live through this. All right. So it is a Sunday, and I have had a refreshing day so far. I went to the gym this morning about probably about 7 o'clock. Worked out really good on the treadmill, got my sweat on, got on the bike for 10 minutes. Because one of the things I am working on is okay, so back in 2013, I had meniscus surgery. My meniscus was torn, and matter of fact, it was shredded, and they couldn't repair it, so they just cleaned it out. And so ever since then, I have been um, that knee gets stiff on me, and it needs more. I know it's been some years, but it needs more a range of motion. So that's why I get on the bike to kind of work my knees, so get my knees back lubricated and going again. One of the things we, if you've ever had surgery, okay, there is a mental downturn or down uh, fall to surgery. You go through a depression. Depends on the surgery that you have too. Dealing with your limbs, those things that you're used to using, it can really, uh, you know, play a big part in your mental state. And so I went through that. I went through that. Matter of fact, I've gone through that for years, not being able to do some of the things I used to do the way I used to do them. And on top of that, gaining a lot of weight. A lot of my excess weight came from having the surgery, having the surgery, and just mentally going through feeling limited. Okay. The pain, all of that. So I get on the bike now. I get on the bike because I want to be a better me. And I'm lubricating, getting those joints oiled again, get them moving again, get them working again. So I had a really good workout on the bike. I did do my core. Remember, the young man told me I sent him pictures of myself, and he told me I needed to work on my core and my upper body, as well as my bottom, but my upper body, work on my core. So I do the crunches. It has the little bars back here. They're like really flimsy, flexible. I take them and I crunch, I crunch, I crunch, I crunch. um, I do sets of 15, and I have gotten up to now probably 4 sets at a 75 pound weight. I think that's a 70 pound weight. When I first got on the other machine, you lay your hands here and you do it this way. I did 100 of those, but I think this one is more challenging for me. So I'm doing that, and I'm working on stretching my back out because of the sciatica. My chiropractor told me that I have to stretch that muscle. So I work on stretching, bending. I work on all of that. I did all that today at the gym. I didn't get in the hydro bed or on the massage chairs. I called it a day. It was good. I was proud of myself. Um, so um, I found something out that was told to me years ago, but and I I embraced it. Um, But let me just tell you the story. So I have sarcoidosis. Um, Went to the beach one year, was at the beach a week, came back, I had to be put in the hospital for a week because my breathing um, was restricted. I felt it coming on with the hoarseness and all that, so they put me in the hospital, gave me oxygen, put me on prednisone, all of that, yada yada yada. Got out of the hospital, I was fine. Never not been on prednisone for that since, right? So last year I went to my doctor. She did a blood panel. She told me my vitamin D level was a 7. So she put me on 10,000 IUs a day. I've been taking that like religiously, like um, even going 15,000 at times. I've really been going hard with the D3, really been going hard. Well, talking with a naturopathic doctor a few days ago, just a few days ago, may have been, it's not been a week, just a few days ago. If you have sarcoidosis, you do not take vitamin D. You don't take it. He said, no, do not take it because for someone who has sarcoidosis, it operates in reverse. It where the vitamin D, you know, fights inflammation and all of that. The calcium buildup for a person with sarcoidosis causes inflammation. Yeah. So I'm taking vitamin K along with it because I knew about the calcium buildup. But his recommendation was stop taking it. Do not take it anymore. You do not need to take vitamin D. That is his recommendation. That's what he said. He said what you do is you go out in the sun every day for 20 minutes and that's it. Do not take another vitamin D supplement. So, when you know better, change. So, as of the other day, I no longer take vitamin D. I no longer take it. He didn't give me any supplements, but he did, um, you know, told me to continue doing my breathing exercises, continue eating my greens, my this lifestyle change is going to give me everything that I need. Yeah. So, what I'm learning on this particular journey is a lot of the things that we are hearing and a lot of the things even our conventional doctors are telling us we don't necessarily need. Okay. You, follow your own heart. You be led in whatever direction you need to go in. But for Tammy, won't be taking vitamin D3 anymore. I'm going to get it from my food. I'm going to get my vitamins from my food. So, um, and also he told me eventually, if you continue eating like this, um, you're not going to be on blood pressure medication either. So, what I'm going to do is start taking my blood pressure every single day. I'm going to measure it. And I'm not going to take my blood pressure medication. Um, take my blood pressure. Take my blood pressure every day to see how it fluctuates, to see for 7 days. I'll do it for 7 days to see how it is benefiting, if it's benefiting or if it's hurting me. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So y'all just hang in there with me and watch. Don't do anything rash. This is my decision. Okay. So with that, I am just going to, after the 7 days, I'm going to see. I'm definitely going to my doctor, and I'm gonna watch it. I am going to watch it because I had high blood pressure before I knew I had high blood pressure. What made me go to the doctor was I was having headaches, um, and I hadn't had it long, but I had high blood pressure before I had, because I've never had high blood pressure until a few years ago. I'm not sure why it spiked then, but it's a few years ago, because every time I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is in a certain place. Never had problems until I know probably about um 3 4 years ago. Is it four? No, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And I start having headaches in the back of my head. So that's why I take amlodipine 10 milligrams every day. But for the next 7 days, I'm going to measure to see where my blood pressure is, because this is 30 to life. Some changes are being made that will be lifestyle change. So you just kind of go with me, okay? Just kind of go with me. All right. So I am going to continue taking my vitamin C. I am going to continue taking zinc. hmm my zinc, I'm still going to continue to take that. My vitamin C. Um, and there is a Indian herb that I take, but I'm not taking it during this 30 days. Okay. I'll tell you about that later. Yeah, I'm not taking it during this 30 days. I'm drinking my water. Um, I think that's all the supplements that I'll be taking from today. We are on the 15th day. We're halfway there from this day forward. Zinc, vitamin C. Yeah, zinc, vitamin C. Oh, I do take my chromium picolinate because it helps with my metabolism. So that's three: zinc, vitamin C, um, chromium. And our greens, because I take extra B12 for the energy. Our greens have B12, the B vitamins in them. So um, maybe sporadically I'll do the B12. But right now, those are the only three that I'm going to be taking throughout the rest of this 30 days. All right. So today I have not eaten anything. I am not hungry. Yesterday, um, I ate my chard yesterday. I had some left over, so I said that's what I was going to eat today. I took a drive. I drove to a neighboring, a couple of hours away, well, an hour and something away. I drove, spent some time with my son. I went to the grocery store, um, got me, I don't even have it in here. Yes, I do. I got me a couple of these cold pressed juice, walk in the plant. I got a couple of these. I drank one on the way home, and then I drank a kombucha for my gut. I told you that is live culture, replenish your good bacteria in your body. And today is Sunday, so I do my enemas on Sunday. So I did my coffee enema this morning. I did it a little different. When you know better, you do better. Change. So I did the liter of coffee, right? I emptied. I emptied that. And, just looking at how I've eaten, you wouldn't think anything would have really come out, but it did. And it was coming out in like chunks, like not big chunks, but like they weren't pebbles, they were like chunks. So I'm like, something is loosening in my intestines. So what I did, I went and because I used distilled water, I filled up that liter bag again and I flushed with distilled water. Yeah. So I did it twice back to back twice this morning, just to wash. And that came because, of the naturopathic doctor talking about doing um, pure water or distilled water flushes. doing a flush, because if you go for a colonic, that they're going to do that, and it's much more than a liter. Okay, so I did that. I did the liter of distilled water. It washed, and um, it was nothing else that came out. The coffee stimulated, and I heard my gallbladder gurgle and open up and release, open up and release. So that was a refreshing thing this morning. It really was. It was a refreshing thing. So immediately after I did my enema, I started on my water this morning. It's in the afternoon now, but I started on my alkaline water, and this is where I am. Well, I just filled up my jug. I just filled it up. So I'm going to hit my gallon today. I'm gonna hit that gallon today, so I can replenish, hydrate, 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 hydrate. Anytime you do an enema, please hydrate. You got to hydrate behind an enema. You have to replace those the good bacteria that was washed away. You got to replace those minerals that were washed away, that were flushed out. So I have done a kombucha today. I did a green kombucha. It is really strong. When I tell you it is strong, it is a green. It's called um, green kombucha. I threw the bottle away. I think I threw the bottle away. But it is very strong. It is so strong. So you can't drink the whole thing like you can, like with the pineapple and the um, peach citrus. They're easier to swallow and digest. But that green one, it is very strong. So you may not be able to drink it all at one time, but make sure you drink it within, a certain time frame, so those live cultures will be, effective. All right. So I haven't eaten today, but I'm gonna eat my chard in just a little bit. But I'm going to drink this. This is the 160 calories. Um, has a lot of carbs in it, but it is 9 grams of fiber, um, 33 grams of carbs. That's a lot. So I'm going to drink it, but I don't drink these often. It's just, sometimes, and then to replenish my intestine. That's why I'm drinking that. I did buy those soja with the apple, the collard greens, the kale, all of that in it. That is very, very beneficial to your colon. So make sure you get those. I showed you that in another video. And drink your water anytime you do an enema. Please, please hydrate, because you can, if you don't hydrate, you put a strain on your heart. Okay, you put a strain on your heart. So make sure you hydrate like immediately after you do your cleanse, after you do your enema. I'm only doing them once a week on Sundays. I have done a 30-day enema. That's been about 3 years ago. And when I tell you my stomach went down, it went down, down. Um, and, people were asking, what are you doing to lose weight? And really, I was just, getting rid of a lot of waste. So that's something that you may want to talk to your doctor about before you do, because you may want to be monitored doing that. And please learn as much about an enema as possible before you do that. Okay, but I'm doing them once a week now, for the purpose of this 30 days. Um, and I'm realizing, y'all, that there are some things still stuck in my colon. Like, my stomach has gone down. My stomach has gone down. And you would think with the way I'm eating, it's coming out. And my bowel is green, y'all. My bowel is green because I'm just eating greens. Um, but there was more, there was more. So that, ooh, flushed out today. It was quite a bit, and it flushed out today. Um, Drink your water. Drink. I cannot stress that enough. Hydrate, 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 hydrate. I also went and got some more of those V8 hydrate. They are they're flying off the shelves. I know when I was in Charlotte yesterday, I went to Food Line, I went to two Walmarts. None of them had it. Let me take that back. Harris Teeter had two because I went to Harris Teeter too. They had two packs. All they had on the shelves was the energy, V8 energy. I don't want that. I want the hydrate. So I came back to my hometown and went to Walmart here. They had nothing. Food Line here, they had nothing. I was in Southern Pines the other day. They had nothing. No hydrate anywhere. I think everybody is understanding that that V8 hydrate is really good because it's plant based. It is plant based. Yeah. So I'm going to hydrate with some of it I have in stock here. Throughout my day, I'm gonna eat my chard, and I'm not sure what else I want to eat. I'm not sure. I'm not starving. I'm really not starving. And I think once you get to this part, this place, I had some cravings the other day, some temptations the other day. And even where did I go? I went somewhere yesterday. I'm not sure. Yesterday. And that oh, I was in Walmart today. And I walked by the deli and all I could smell was garlic wings. That's all I could smell. Like, um, uh, put some hot sauce on them. But because I've made up my mind, and not only that, I waited. I'm not losing anything, but I'm gaining life. You know, I'm not missing out on anything, but I am creating an opportunity for me to live longer so I can enjoy life. I can enjoy life longer. Yeah. So that's a mentality. We have to get the mentality that you're not losing anything, you're not giving up anything, you're gaining everything. You are gaining life. You are gaining life. Looks like my internet is like out. Okay. You are gaining life. You're gaining life. You're not losing anything. You're not losing. You're not giving up anything. You're gaining. That's what this process is about. It's about us gaining the opportunity to live longer and complete our assignments in the earth. All right. I think that's all I want to share. Um, I think that's all I want to share. I want to read. Um, let's read from the Motivation Manifesto. We're still talking about the Declaration of Personal Power. The Declaration of Personal Power. Listen, and I think I'm going to overlap, but listen to this. We have patiently suffered long enough, hoping that someone or some kind of luck would one day grant us more opportunity and happiness. But nothing external can save us. Do you believe that? There's nothing external outside of ourselves that can save us. And the fateful hour is at hand when we either become trapped at this level or we choose to ascend to a higher plane of consciousness. We talked about that the other day. This will be a difficult effort as the history of our actions too often tell us a tale of self-injury and unhappiness, stemming from our blind desire to be judge worthy. We talked about being accepted the other day. A lot of things that we do for the acceptance of the people, and we don't want to stand out. We don't want to ruffle feathers. We don't want to look different. We don't want to look weird. But we got to get to a place in our lives where my life matters, and whether you agree with it or not, I'm going to take care of it, and I'm going to take care of it the best way for me. what I'm going to do, what works for me. You got to stand in that. A lot of criticism, but you got to be bold and strong enough to stand in the face of criticism. Let people talk. Let people talk. I believe that seeing is believing. So let them talk, but let them see your transformation, and they'll believe. They'll believe. They truly will. Um, And so let us write our lives. Let us face the mirror and be candid. No matter what we see, let us use these common human truths and personal declarations to reclaim our freedom. We are too often lost in the abyss of unawareness. We regularly miss the energy and blessings around us. And the importance of this very moment is as though we prefer to be elsewhere doing something else, as if we are living in distant time zone, hours behind or ahead of a joyous tick and bliss of now. Too many people want to live in the bliss of right now when it's temporary. It is temporary. We want to live sustainable, long lives. That means we have to sacrifice now. We have to do what it takes to live a long life. We have forgotten that the natural foe to life is not a distant death, but a present in the moment detachment from living. Should we wish to be free and alive with full power, we must decide to bring the full might of our conscious mind to our present experience that will affect our future outcomes. Pay attention to what you're doing now because it's going to affect your future outcome. We must set intentions for who we are and for what roles we wish to serve, for how we'll relate with the world. We got to be more purposeful, more intentional. We can't just be, as the Bible says, tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine or everything that comes, into our atmosphere, into our scope, into our sphere. One day they're doing this and one day they're doing that. So we're going to run over here. We're going to do this with them. Then we're going to run over here and do this with them. We have to be more intentional about our lives. Okay. Say this declaration with me. We shall meet life with full presence and power. And I have a little note written out here. I'll show you my little note I have written right there. We shall meet life with full presence and power. This means, and I got my little note, being conscious of who you are. Being conscious of who you are. Declare with me, I shall regain or reclaim my agenda, which is my purpose. I'll reclaim my purpose. I won't be led by the trends of the world, by family history, by church traditions. I won't be led by that. I'm going to be led by my purpose. So I'm reclaiming that. Something on the inside is sabotaging our natural drive to freedom. It whines and roars for us to stop whenever we push beyond our comfort zones. Whenever we push beyond our comfort zones, fear comes. Say, you can't do that. And then we begin to feel it in our bodies. But if you're going to claim your freedom and your purpose, you got to press past that. I will give you a in living color experience now that I'm dealing with. With my lifestyle change, the criticism is you were born into a family that is heavy. You can't get away from that. You were born into a family that has chronic arthritis. Ain't nothing you can do about it. This is what is being said. Food is not going to change what runs in the family. Okay? So mentally, I have to tell myself, I'm a game changer. I am a game changer. I changed the game. Yes, my aunts, my uncles had diabetes, but I'm a game changer. And I'm changing the outcome in my life. My limbs will not be amputated. Oh my. I will not die of congestive heart failure like my dad did. Okay? I'm a game changer. You have to see yourself as a game changer. As a game changer. So any person, just like a person, a forerunner, a game changer has to experience some things, some awkward moments. They have to press past comfort zones. They have to be the one to break through barriers that have never been broken through in their families. If you're going to declare yourself a game changer, expect that. Expect that you're going to have to face some things, some giants that have never been confronted before. And when you know better, you change. Move outside of that comfort zone. Do it with fear and trembling, because the outcome is going to be so much greater than what was. Our internal demons poison us with worry and fear whenever we might be vulnerable, stunting our growth and vitality. Our destiny is decided by how well we know our demons of doubt and delay, how well we defend against them, and how many battles we win against them each day of our lives. Without self mastery, we are slaves to fear. With it, greatness and transcendence are ours. For this, we now declare we shall defeat our demons. And what I have outside of that, I shall not fear. God has not given me the spirit of fear, but that of power, love, and a sound mind. That is what I tell myself. So we have to push past all of this chatter, even when it's coming from people close to you, people that you respect. When you're ready to make a difference, when you're ready to change your life, this is 30 to life. You got to face all of that. And you got to still stand flat footed and declare, I'm a game changer. So I'll face it. Just like David said about Goliath. I'll go down there. I'll face him. And he became a game changer for Israel. That's good. That's good. All right. So just keep these things in mind. If you have to watch this video again, do that. Do that. Because we're going to change our lives in this Steve Cole. In this 30 days. We're going to change our lives. We're day 15. When you know better, you do better. You have a responsibility to do better. I've learned some things along this journey, this so far in 15 days, and I'm doing better. Cutting out those vitamins that I don't need. So, y'all are learning with me. Y'all are evolving with me. I just wanted you to come along with me. Okay? I am down 20 pounds. That was in 13 days. So I'll weigh again on Friday. That is 6 days away. See what it looks like. I had a goal of being under 300 by December. Looks like I'm going to hit it well before December. But we're going to keep going until we get to 100. All right? All right. Y'all have a great day and continue on your journey, okay? Don't let anybody deter you. If you're going to live differently, you got to face those giants. You got to face what mom and them said and, what my uncle and my aunt said. You got to face all of that and learn to cast that stuff down and take up a new thought. I'm a game changer. So I'm not going to travel the road that you travel. I'm not going to experience what you experience because I'm going to do things differently. All right. Y'all have a great day.